I still remember that night very clearly. The house was quiet, too quiet. Everyone had gone out, and for the first time, I was completely alone at home. At first, I told myself, it is okay, nothing will happen. But then I heard a sound, a very small sound. My heart stopped for a second. I stood still. I did not move. I listened. Again, a sound, slow, soft. And suddenly, I felt afraid. Have you ever felt scared like this? When you are alone and your mind starts creating fear? Stay with me, because what happened that night changed how I see fear forever. It was already dark outside. The lights were on inside the house. But still, everything felt heavy. The walls felt closer. The silence felt louder. I sat on the sofa and tried to watch TV, but I could not focus. My eyes were on the door again and again. I checked my phone. No new messages, no calls. I took a deep breath and told myself to relax. I went to the kitchen to drink some water. As I walked, my footsteps sounded very loud. I opened the fridge. The light came on. I felt a little better. Cold water helped me calm down. But then, when I closed the fridge, I heard it again. A sound. This time, it came from inside the house. My hands became cold. My heart started beating fast. I stood there, holding the glass, not moving. I asked myself, is someone here? I tried to think logically. Maybe it was just the wind. Maybe it was a house making noise. Old houses make sounds, right? That is what I told myself. I slowly walked back to the living room. Every step felt heavy. I looked around carefully. Everything looked normal. The door was locked. The windows were closed. Still, the fear did not go away. Fear is strange. Even when nothing is wrong, it can feel very real. I sat down again, but this time, I turned the TV volume lower, not higher. I wanted to hear everything around me. My ears were working more than my eyes. Suddenly, I heard a soft thud. It came from upstairs. I do not like stairs at night. They feel dark and endless. I looked at the stairs. They looked back at me like a dark tunnel. I thought, should I go and check? My body said no, my mind said yes. Fear and courage were fighting inside me. I picked up my phone and turned on the flashlight. The light was small, but it was something. I took one step toward the stairs, then another. Each step made a small sound. My breathing was slow, but my heart was loud. Halfway up the stairs, I stopped. I listened. Nothing. Absolute silence. Sometimes silence is more scary than noise. I continued walking. When I reached the top, I saw the hallway. The doors were closed. Everything looked the same as before. I checked one room. Empty. I checked another room. Empty. My fear slowly started to feel smaller. I told myself, see, nothing is here. I was about to turn back when I heard a sound behind me. I froze. It was a slow scratching sound. Very light, very close. I did not turn around immediately. My mind was racing. I thought about running. I thought about screaming. But I did nothing. After a few seconds, I slowly turned my head. The sound came from the door of the small storage room. The door was slightly open. I stared at it. The scratching sound came again. My hands were shaking. I walked closer. Very slowly, I pushed the door open, and then I saw it. A small cat. It was stuck inside. It was scared, just like me. For a moment, I could not move. Then I laughed. Not a big laugh, a quiet, shaky laugh. All that fear, all those thoughts, and it was just a scared cat trying to get out. I picked up the cat gently. It was shaking. I realized something important in that moment. Fear is powerful, but it is not always true. Sometimes, fear is just a story our mind tells us. I went back downstairs and sat on the sofa again. The house felt different now. The silence felt peaceful, not scary. I felt calm. I felt stronger. I learned that night that fear grows in silence, but courage grows when we face it. If you are listening to this story and you have ever felt scared while being alone, you are not weak. You are human. Fear is normal. What matters is what you do after you feel fear. Take a deep breath. Look around. Most of the time, everything is okay. If this story made you feel something, write in the comments. Have you ever been alone at home and felt scared? Share your experience. Your story might help someone else feel less afraid. And if you think this story can help a friend practice English or feel stronger, please share it with them. Thank you for listening. Stay safe, stay calm, and I will see you in the next story.